Are you constantly craving sweets? You're not alone. Sweetness is a sensation we naturally seek out. The human body has evolved to crave sweet things because in the natural world, they're often high in energy. But in today's world where food is abundant, this craving can become problematic. Consuming sugar triggers a release of dopamine, the pleasure neurotransmitter in the brain. This is what makes sugar addictive, stimulating your brain's reward system, leading to the urge to consume more. However, the pleasure sugar is short-lived. The body metabolizes sugar quickly, causing a crash, making you feel tired and sluggish. This is known as the sugar high and low cycle, a difficult one to break. Research also shows that overconsumption of sugar can dull your taste buds. This sensory adaptation process gradually requires a higher concentration of sugar to achieve the same level of sweetness, making reducing sugar intake challenging. Hidden sugars are another concern. Many processed foods contain sugar, often under different names, contributing to overconsumption. This can increase cravings, leading to health problems like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Even so, sugar can have a place in a balanced diet. Consuming fruits with natural sugars is a healthier choice. Exercise can also help curb cravings by reducing stress and regulating blood sugar levels. Knowledge is power. Understanding sugar's impact and how it affects cravings allows for healthier choices. Be patient with yourself. Breaking the sugar cycle is tough, but possible with persistence and the right strategies. Over time, your taste buds adapt, requiring more sugar for the same level of satisfaction. Ever feel sluggish throughout the day? This kind of lethargy might be more common than you think. In a world where quick energy fixes like sugary snacks and caffeine-filled drinks are easily available, people often rely on them to get through the day. But this could lead to deeper issues than just an afternoon slump. Persistent tiredness and a constant lack of energy are often linked to unstable blood sugar levels. This might seem unrelated at first, but the connection is quite straightforward. What we eat and drink directly impacts our blood sugar levels. Consuming excessive sugar can cause spikes and crashes in our blood sugar, leading to a vicious cycle of energy highs and lows. When you eat foods high in sugar, your body quickly absorbs the sugar into your bloodstream. This causes a sudden surge in energy, often referred to as a sugar rush. However, this energy surge is short-lived. As quickly as it came, it diminishes, causing an energy crash. This is because your body works to regulate the high sugar levels in your blood by releasing insulin. And once this is done, you're left feeling more tired and sluggish than before. This is why stable blood sugar is essential for sustained energy and focus. It's important to counteract the highs and lows of unstable blood sugar with a balanced diet and regular exercise. Eating more whole foods and reducing sugar intake can help maintain stable blood sugar levels. And this, in turn, supports steady energy levels and improved focus throughout the day. Ever feel sluggish throughout the day? Now you know why and how you can combat it. What about skin issues? The truth is, they often result from the lifestyle choices we make, and what we consume plays a major role in how our skin behaves. Have you ever wondered why certain foods trigger unwanted skin reactions, while others seem to make it glow? It's not a random occurrence, and it's not just your skin being sensitive. Focusing on one particular food type, let's talk about the sweet stuff. Sugar. We're all guilty of indulging in it, whether it's in the form of a sugary beverage, a slice of cake, or a simple spoonful in our morning coffee. It seems harmless, doesn't it? But the truth is far from it. If you're dealing with persistent acne or rosacea, it might not be due to the brand of skincare products you're using or even your age. Instead, it might be due to insulin spikes from high sugar doses. You see, when you consume a lot of sugar, it results in a sudden surge of insulin in your body. This spike in insulin can cause inflammation throughout your body, leading to all sorts of skin problems. Acne and rosacea are inflammatory skin disorders, so it makes sense that they are affected by anything that triggers inflammation in your body. When this inflammation becomes chronic, it can lead to more severe skin issues. So while sugar might seem like a harmless addition to your diet, it actually has the potential to wreak havoc on your skin. Excessive sugar consumption can exacerbate these skin problems. So next time you reach for that sweet treat, remember the potential damage it could be doing to your skin. Doesn't seem so sweet now, does it? Weight gain, an issue many people grapple with, is another prevalent sign of excessive sugar consumption. This is primarily because sugar lacks essential nutrients such as protein and fiber, two key components that help us feel full and satisfied after a meal. When these elements are not present in our food, we tend to eat more than necessary. The unique property of sugar being not very filling is due to the absence of these nutrients. This characteristic of sugar pushes us towards a cycle of constant eating. Consuming too much sugar leads you down a path where you are essentially consuming larger amounts of calories overall. When our calorie intake surpasses what we can burn, the surplus calories are stored as fat, leading to weight gain. Moreover, sugar has a profound impact on our body's insulin regulation. Consuming high amounts of sugar triggers an immediate release of insulin from the pancreas. Insulin, a hormone that regulates our blood sugar levels, when frequently triggered, can lead to a condition known as insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is a scenario where our body's cells become unresponsive to insulin. This means that even though insulin is present, the glucose in our blood can't enter our cells. This results in high blood sugar levels, which over time can lead to obesity and potentially type 2 diabetes. So to reiterate, consuming too much sugar not only leads us to consume more calories overall, but also plays a significant role in the release of insulin. This directly contributes to weight gain and compounds the risk of developing insulin resistance. Excessive sugar can also lead to mood swings and increased irritability. But let's break this down so we can fully understand the effects of sugar on our mood and overall well-being. Sugar, particularly the refined type found in most processed foods, can create a rush, a temporary high, which is followed by a crashing low. This roller coaster can be quite a challenging ride for our bodies and our minds. Let's picture this. You've just consumed a sugary snack. It tastes delicious, and you feel a sudden burst of energy. This is due to the rapid increase of glucose, a type of sugar, into your bloodstream. Your body, in response, releases insulin to regulate this sudden surge of glucose. This is where the downward spiral begins. The insulin does its job too well, and your blood sugar levels drop significantly, leading to a state of hypoglycemia or low blood sugar. So how does this impact your mood? Well, in an attempt to rebalance, your body begins to crave more sugar to help uplift the blood sugar levels. This leads to a vicious cycle of highs and lows, which results in mood swings and increased irritability. In addition to mood swings, sugar can also impact your mental health in more serious ways. Multiple studies have suggested a link between a diet high in sugar and an increased risk of anxiety and depression. This is because the fluctuation in blood sugar levels can also affect the neurotransmitters in your brain, particularly serotonin, which affects your mood, sleep, and appetite. The constant highs and lows from consuming sugar can be quite taxing on your body. It can lead to feelings of fatigue, difficulty in concentrating, and a general sense of unease. Moreover, symptoms of anxiety can worsen with extreme changes in blood sugar levels. Cavities are certainly a key telltale sign to watch out for. They signal an imbalance in the ecosystem of your mouth, often due to the presence of oral bacteria. These microscopic organisms have an incredibly sweet tooth, just like us humans. They thrive on sugar, relishing every granule they can get their minute pincers on. You see, sugar is the lifeblood of these bacteria, their primary source of nourishment. The more sugar they consume, the more they proliferate, forming colonies that blanket the surfaces of your teeth. It's an insidious process that often goes unnoticed but has severe consequences. When these bacteria feast upon the sugar you consume, they undergo a process of fermentation. This is similar to how yeast ferments sugar to produce alcohol. But in this case, the byproduct isn't something as enjoyable as a glass of fine wine. Instead, these bacteria produce acid, quite a lot of it. If the presence of bacteria in sugar wasn't alarming enough, the production of this acid introduces another significant concern. The acid is harmful to your teeth. It gnaws away at the surface, slowly but surely eroding the protective layer of enamel. This process, known as demineralization, is the primary cause of tooth decay. Tooth decay is not just about discolored or damaged teeth. It is a direct result of cavities, those tiny holes that are punched into your teeth by the relentless action of acid. And it isn't gentle. The formation of a cavity can cause a great deal of discomfort and pain. So if you've noticed that you're getting more cavities than usual, it might not just be a random occurrence. It could be a clear indication of excessive sugar intake. Therefore, it's crucial to take heed of these signs and curtail your sugar intake to maintain oral hygiene and health. Have you ever had the bewildering encounter of brain fog? That moment where it becomes a struggle to think clearly, to formulate coherent thoughts? It's an uncomfortable sensation, isn't it? You might be surprised to know that your diet, particularly excess sugar intake, could be the culprit of this phenomenon. We all are familiar with sugar, the sweet, addictive substance that not only adds flavor to our meals, but also plays a significant role in our overall health. Sugar in moderate amounts is harmless. However, when consumed excessively, it can become a disruptive interference in our well-being. Let's delve deeper into how it affects us. The sugar we consume is broken down into glucose, which subsequently enters our bloodstream. This process results in a spike in our blood sugar levels. Our body, in its attempt to restore balance, responds by releasing insulin. This hormone has a significant purpose. It helps move glucose out of the bloodstream, bringing our blood sugar levels back to normal. However, when our sugar consumption is excessive, so are the rapid rises and falls of our blood sugar levels. These extreme fluctuations can take a toll on our brain. The brain, which heavily relies on glucose as its primary fuel, is hit hard by these erratic sugar levels. This can result in a foggy brain, making it difficult for us to focus and think clearly. In the long term, these consistent extreme fluctuations can also raise the risk of cognitive issues. Research has shown that prolonged high sugar consumption can lead to memory impairment and cognitive decline, including an increased risk for diseases like Alzheimer's. So, have you ever experienced a case of brain fog? It's worth noting that those rapid rises and falls in your blood sugar levels from excess sugar intake can not only result in a foggy brain but also be a silent alarm, raising the risk of more severe cognitive issues. And finally, if you find yourself needing more and more sugar to satisfy your sweet tooth, it's a sign of increased sweetness tolerance. But let's pause for a moment and really understand what this exactly means. The term increased sweetness tolerance is a reference to your body's adaptability. Like many things in life, it's all about balance. And when it comes to sugar, the body has a way of adapting to the amount it's frequently fed. Think of it somewhat as a scale. On one side, you have your sugar intake, and on the other, your body's response. When you consume sugar in moderate amounts, this scale is balanced. Your body effectively processes the sugar, it meets your need for sweetness, and it doesn't crave more. But when you start to consume larger amounts of sugar, this balance is disrupted. Your body adapts to the high sugar intake, and as a result, it starts to require more and more sugar to reach the same level of sweetness satisfaction. In essence, it's a vicious cycle. Now you might be thinking, but I can't help it, sugar is everywhere. And you're right. We live in a world where sugar is virtually in everything we eat. It's in our breakfast cereals, our favorite snacks, and even in things we wouldn't typically associate with sweetness like bread and spaghetti sauce. It's a hidden ingredient, a silent sweetener, if you will. It's easy to consume more than what is necessary without even realizing it. But here's the thing, your body is smart. It knows what's good for it and what's not. When you start to need more and more sugar to satisfy that sweet tooth of yours, that's your body sending you a warning sign. It's your body's way of telling you that you're consuming too much sugar. It's a powerful signal that shouldn't be ignored. This is your body's way of telling you that you're consuming too much sugar. In conclusion, it's of utmost importance to pay close attention to these indicators that your body might be revealing as a result of an overindulgence in sugar. These subtle warnings, often overlooked, are your body's silent appeal for assistance, a plea for much-needed change. Recognizing these signs is not a mere suggestion, it's a necessity. By staying aware of these symptoms, you can arm yourself with the knowledge necessary to be proactive in your health journey. It's not always about changing everything at once, but rather about taking those small, manageable steps towards a healthier lifestyle. A lifestyle that goes beyond the surface, delving deep into the essence of wellness. Remember, your health is more than just your physical condition. It resonates in every facet of your life, daily activities, your mental state, and your sense of self. Your health is indeed your wealth. It's the most important asset you can ever hold. It's your passport to a life of vitality and longevity. So don't just skim through these signs, take a moment and reflect on them, jot them down, make them a part of your daily health check. And if these symptoms ring a bell, If you find them all too familiar, then perhaps it's time to reevaluate your sugar intake. It's time to reassess your diet, to question what you put into your body. Remember, what we consume is not only about filling a hunger, it's about nourishing a lifestyle. Let's not wait for health to deteriorate, let's act now. Let's make conscious choices. It all begins with information, the right information. And as you journey with us, we promise to equip you with the right tools, the right knowledge. If you found this information helpful, please like and subscribe for more health tips.